Paul, Barnet up this Saturday, and a side that you can go above table in if you beat them. How much of a motivating factor is that going into the match?
It adds to it. We want to put some points on the board soon. It's the next game, so therefore it's our best opportunity to do that. It's great if we can go above them as well. So I think we've got plenty of motivating influences. You know, we're desperate for the points. We've had, I think, some good competitive performances recently without necessarily turning them into too many points. So, and I've seen from the footage, from the data we've got back, that our performances have improved over the last 3 or 4 games. So we've got reason, but we've got to do it. And that's what happens. It's all about really seeing it through and executing, what we hope to do.
A really good defensive performance on Tuesday night as well. It seems like the back 5 that you've got, or back 4 that you've got with some of the new players, are really starting to gel and get that cohesiveness going forward.
Yeah, I mean, a team has to function defensively and in attack, and ultimately it's about scoring more goals than the opposition. And if we concede 2 but we score 3, then it doesn't really matter. I think, but one goes hand in hand with the other. If you concede a cheap goal or 2, you can put pressure on the forwards because they have to score, and there's a big difference between trying to score and having to. And likewise, if you miss your chances, it puts pressure on the defenders. So you're all in it together. That when we haven't got the ball, we're all defending, and when we have got it, we're all attacking. But you look at it, and we haven't scored enough goals. We certainly haven't, and yet the bigger problems have been, in terms of personnel, has been in the back, in the defending area. But it goes hand in hand, and we've been very competitive. We've certainly got some cohesion in the back line now. I mean, Andy Tilson's been here for 2 or 3 weeks, made a difference already. We've put people like Luke Kroll and Jack Stacey, and obviously Craig Woodman's coming back into the fold, and we've had to put together a very different back 4 than we had during July and August. And it takes 3 or 4 weeks. So we've been working on the back 4 3 or 4 times a week, and now it's starting to look, reasonably solid. And actually, they play particularly well against Grimsby as a group. Restricted Grimsby doing a couple of long shots, and I thought it looked a really good unit. So we've got to get both functioning. We've got to defend well, and we've got to attack well, and we've got to score more goals than the opposition. Yeah,
I suppose there's a case to be argued that if you concede a cheap goal, then the opposition sometimes sit in, and that makes it harder for the attackers to score goals. So, like you say, it's a real team effort, isn't it? Yeah,
I think we have to have something about us that if the opposition score a goal, we have to go and score 2. And I think, I'm not going to deny it. The last 3 or 4 weeks, our concentration has certainly been on getting the back line, because without the defensive unit, you've really got a problem. And we've had some loans, and we've had some change of personnel, and I've had to work on that. Hopefully now I can use that as a bit of a base to start getting some good attacking play. And actually, we've created chances. The Grimsby game showed how purposeful we were in attack without putting it in the net, and we've just got to keep going, and it will come.
I know you're not one for picking out individuals, but how impressed have you been with Craig Woodman in the experience and how he's come into the side and help the defensive side of things?
Well, he has been, I would say, over the last 4 or 5 games, he has been for the best 4 or 5 games he's been with Exeter. And I mean, firstly, well done him. He's taken the mantle, really. He's one of the few, if only, experienced player in that group. Where we've had in the past 2 or 3 years, we had the Matt Oakley or Jamie McAllister or David Noble, or other players Danny Butterfield, who have led the group. But suddenly Craig's kind of the one experienced player in the group. He's taken that on. He's actually shown that he, you know, sort of, I know he's captained teams before, but he's suddenly taken a position of responsibility in the team, which could easily be used in sort of captaincy role. We have to keep him going with whatever's fired his motivation or his purpose. We've got to keep that going, and just urge for him to maintain his form, because he's been great for us. And we mustn't take it for granted as well. You know, he's not 24 anymore. We've got lots of games coming up, so we've got to be very careful how we look after the likes of Craig, who's now in his mid-30s.
Another person who has impressed recently has been Christy Pym, and of course he was named as #1 keeper of the last Saturday's game. I suppose you've got a dilemma again this Saturday, because you've got three good players battling for that #1 shirt.
Yeah, it's a strange position, because if you play in another position on the pitch, ordinarily you may not get selected for your primary role, but you might get selected in another role. You know, so there's more than one opportunity to play. As a goalkeeper, you are a goalkeeper, and that's what you are. And we've had 3 keepers who have all been fully fit, at full length, at full speed, at full tip when it comes to training and their determination on the training ground. I only felt last week that I've never seen Christy play so well in training. I mean, even when he played 25 games a couple of years ago, he got to the England under-20 side. Yes, he was playing well, and okay, he was fighting for the role with James Hamilton, but it's a different situation now with Bobby there as well. But it is well, if not better, than I've ever seen him train before, and he just forced the issue. I fancied a bit of a change in the team, and wasn't quite sure where it would be, but he kind of forced his way, and I think that's a good sign for anybody in the squad, that you can force your way in with application and performance and training.
And obviously a great dressing room here at Exeter City, and Bobby, model professional as well. I imagine he's taken it as you would expect a professional like him to do.
Yeah, I mean, let's not hide the fact he's absolutely gutted that he wasn't selected. He wants to play football. He's done nothing wrong. Made no obvious mistakes or let anybody down. I just decided to select Christy, and I just said to the team last week, I don't like the word to drop someone, or that he's been dropped, because actually I'd like to select more than 11 players every week. I've got 20 players I'd like to select, but you have to select 11, and sometimes you are not selected. It doesn't mean you're dropped. Dropped sort of, it's an old-fashioned term. You're punishing someone, I suppose, for poor play. Well, Bobby hasn't been poor. He's not being punished. I've just selected someone else. He's taken it really, really professionally, and I actually discussed it with the team before the game on Saturday, that what it's symptomatic of such a good team group, that Bobby was openly and vocally 100% behind Christy. And he said it. I'm disappointed not to play, but I'll be 100% behind Christy when he plays. So you couldn't have asked for a better response. And I suppose the proof's in the pudding. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday this week already, he's been brilliant in training, Bobby. So it's exactly what you want as a manager.
Just now an injury update as well, because a few people took knocks on Saturday, and is there any players that are likely to come back?
Robbie's will have a fitness test before the game at the weekend. He's obviously limped off with 5 minutes to go on Saturday, so he will have a fitness test on Saturday. There's a few bumps and bruises, but everyone else is okay.